Today I'm leaving for a trip to Yamaguchi and Hiroshima, and as a start, I'm taking a Tokyo Kyushu Ferry to Kita Kyushu. While the number of the night trains decreasing in Japan, overnight ferry is increasing. This is not like a cruise ship like a Royal Caribbean. It's a daily scheduled ferry connecting city to city. So it's more of a type of mixture of public transportation and cargo ship. This will be my first overnight ferry trip, and I'm very excited to show you what the ferry trip would be like in Japan. As the travel goes, I'll also explain how to get tickets and how you can put in your itinerary, so you can do the same travel as me or better than me. The ferry is called Tokyo Kyushu Ferry, but to be precise, the ferry is not leaving from Tokyo Port. It's leaving from Yokosuka Port, about 1 hour south of Tokyo. So I'm taking Keikyu line from Shinagawa Station to Yokosuka Chuo Station. During rush hour time, I recommend you to take Wing, which you can get seats for 300 yen in addition to fare of 620 yen, and you can reserve your seat. And in about 50 minutes, I arrive at the Yokosuka Chuo Station. From here, you can take taxi or take a walk for about 15 minutes. The ferry has restaurants and kiosks and vending machines, but the selection is limited, so if you have specific foods you like to eat, like rice balls, you might be able to get before you get to the port. It's about 15 minutes walk from Yokosuka Station, but I was afraid of going to a wrong place and miss the ferry, so I decided to take a taxi. It was so much closer than I thought it would be, and it was 600 yen. I felt a little guilty to taxi driver, but if you have luggage or the weather is not good, it might be better to take a taxi. Yokosuka also has JR Yokosuka Station, but that is a little far from the terminal. I arrived at Tokyo Kyushu Ferry terminal in Yokosuka Port, and lots of different parts in Yokosuka Port, so when you visit, make sure to visit Tokyo Kyushu Ferry's Yokosuka Port. And this will be my first ferry trip. Ferry's boarding time is 11 o'clock for regular passenger on foot, and the ferry is going to leave 45 minutes after the boarding time at 11:45. It's big. It's a really big ferry. It seems like it's arriving from Kyushu just right now, and it's still dismounting luggage and trucks. And all trucks are just coming out of the ferry now. This ferry is called Hamayu. It smells lots of smokes and also kind of summer. It's getting end of the May and it's getting summer ocean smell. It's a really kind of special atmosphere. You can get QR code from your reservation page and you can get on board with it, so there's no check-in process. You can come to the port 60 minutes before the departure time. So when the departure time is at 11:45, time you are supposed to arrive at the port is 10:45. The same group company has several different ferry companies connecting Osaka or Kobe to Shin-Moji, and also Sea of Japan side from Maizuru or Tsuruga to Hokkaido. Above the check-in counter, there is a departure lounge. So let's go up and see how it is. The second floor is the waiting area, and there's a shop that you can purchase a souvenir and some light snacks or drinks, and also there's a cafeteria that you can eat light meals. There's no security gate, so when the boarding time comes, you can come here with the QR code on your phone or print it out, show it to the staff. So I hear there's a shop in the ferry too, but just in case you can also purchase snacks and drinks here too. But I bought at the Lawson in front of Yokosuka Station, so This time, I just waited seeing the trucks and charging my phone. I'm a little bit worried about eating too much, if you know what I mean. I've been watching the wave forecast past 1 week before this boarding date, and it seemed like a calm ocean, but it turned out to be a little bit unexpected from what I thought it would be. In case you need to issue the ticket instead of using the QR code, you can go to this counter and issue the ticket. It seems the loading has finished, but I wasn't sure how precise the boarding time it would be, and actually it was exactly on time. So now I see people going up by escalator, so I think the boarding started. Let's go. じゃあお願いします。はい、ありがとうございます。はい。Again, it seems there's no security gate to get on board ferry, so you just use the QR code from your reservation page on your phone and get on the ferry. The QR code is used as a key to enter the private room too. So either you carry around the phone all the time, or you can print out a small paper and keep in your wallet.窓4なんですけど、
604では一番上が
はい
右手は
右手、ありがとうございます。Very nice. And there's a men's restroom on the 6th floor. The room is located in the 4th floor to 6th floor, and the 4th floor is the entrance and the shop, and 5th floor has a restaurant, and 6th floor has a public bathhouse and a big balcony that you can go out. So my room is 604. 604 です。And you put the QR code. And the top. Oh, very nice. So there are two beds with little nightwear, and one bed is very thin, about 1 meter, so I think enough for one person. It's long enough. And there's a little sofa bed. Up to 4 people can stay in this room, and you can change to the bed in case you use with 4 people. But usually you can sit as a sofa like this. And there's a little fridge, so you can also get the beer or different things and put in your fridge. Here there's an electric kettle, so you can make hot water and tea. I think there's a 3 green tea here. And there's a window. Wow. Wow, I don't see anything, but let's see tomorrow. You can change to English with Celsius or English with Fahrenheit, and Chinese too. Okay, so now everything is English. And there's a restroom here. Very clean, nice restroom. The toilet has a washlet function. There's no bathtub, but there's a shower room. There are lots of places to hold, so it's also barrier free, but it's more because it's on the ferry. Water pressure is enough and temperature is stable. And there are 2 face towels and 2 big bath towels. It's very thick and looks good. Sometimes Japanese company don't pay attention to towels so much, but this towel is really good. And for amenities, there are 2 disposable slippers and 4 toothbrush actually for night and morning, lunch and dinner. On the 6th floor, there is also a public bath. You can take any time during the sailing when it's open. It has a regular bath, outdoor bath, and sauna too. When it's closed, shower room is also available. The shop on the 4th floor has lots of different snacks and drinks and some books and souvenirs, but not much food like rice bowl or bread, at least when I got on board. So it might be better to get something before you arrive at the ferry terminal. Or you can also eat at the restaurant. And for the next day's lunch, I applied for the barbecue. It looks like it's popular and it's a lottery. You write your name and put the paper in the box. Result first, I got it, but I'm not sure. Only me and some more people applied for it maybe. There's a gym here, so you can do some exercise. Looks like only treadmills and bicycles, so no kind of workout machines. And there's a door here, so let's go. So nice. They're putting lots of trucks. So many truck drivers are entering to the ferry right now. It seems the ferry is ready to leave the Yokosuka port, and the port staff are waving hands. They're all waving hands there. It kind of makes me sad. Now the ferry is moving and leaving Yokosuka port. Everyone's waving hands from the port, and it's very nice. And really, it's my first feeling of being on the ferry leaving. It's really, really freedom, or leaving to the big ocean. And something really romantic. So they said around 1 o'clock all the stores and lights, major lights are turned off, and some rooms, kind of shared room, like a dormitory room, they will turn off all the lights. The public bus is until 1:30, and next announcement will be 8 o'clock in the morning. So about 7 hours you can sleep without any interruption. The ferry is about to leave Tokyo Bay to the outer ocean, and right in front I saw Tachibana Maru that are going to Hachijojima Island. In case you feel motion sickness or seasickness, this is a very popular medicine. It says you can take after you feel sick too, but it's better to take 30 minutes before or 2 hours before you get on board. By the pillow, there's a USB charger and electronic charger, and the room lamps and alarm clock. It's really like a hotel. Last night it was a little shaky. One time I almost fell from the bed, like I had to hold the bed. Very different direction it moves, so this is really walking. It's 7 a.m. now, and the public bus opens at 8 in the morning, so I have to take shower in the room. Now let's go see inside the ferry. Looks like some people are waiting for the restaurant already. Now let's see what the restaurant would be like. This is the restaurant you eat meals while you're on board. You can use a touch panel and you can order. The touch panel was only in Japanese language, but there's a picture of the foods. I wasn't very hungry, so I ordered a rice porridge, okayu in Japanese. To make a payment, you can use credit card. Looks like almost everyone gathered to this restaurant. For the first time I get to see who is on this ferry. I saw some truck drivers, looks like know what to order for the breakfast, and some senior couples and solo travelers like me. Now let's explore the ferry. This is a forward salon that you can see the front of the ferry. It's located in the 5th floor, and you can take a rest in the sofa. You can do some work or writings. It's a good place to take a rest. And of course, there are vending machines for the drinks, beers, and cup noodles. On the 4th floor, there is a karaoke room too. So you have all day on the ceiling today, but you can be quite busy during your day. And there is a schedule that you might want to pay attention all the time. The ferry's Wi-Fi is mostly unavailable unfortunately, but when the ferry comes close to the land, you can connect it to your data plan on your phone. So the first point that I could connect to the land was near Wakayama, south of Kii Peninsula. This is a Kushimoto. The southern tip of Wakayama is right there.
この度は東京九州フェリー浜湯にご乗船いただきまして誠にありがとうございます。本船は現在和歌山県の沖合 40km を時速約 50km で新門司港へ向け順調に航行いたしております。これから先の海上模様は波の高さ1メートルから1.5メートル程度でやや波はあるもののさほど大きな揺れもなく航行できるものと予想いたしております。しかしながら海域等によりましては船体が多少揺れる場合もございますので、 お足元やドアの開閉等には十分お気をつけください。なお船体が揺れましても本船の安全性には何ら影響はございませんので、どうぞご安心ください。この先15時頃高知県足摺岬沖、18時頃愛媛県佐田岬沖を航行し、瀬戸内海へと進み、新門司港入港は定刻の21時ちょうどを予定いたしております。またあと15分ほどいたしますと、進行方向右側に新門司港発横須賀港向けの本線姉妹線ソレイユとすれ違います。船旅の思い出にどうぞご覧ください。
Soon I started to see Soleil, which is a sister ship of this Hamayu, and it's completely same shape and same design inside. I saw lots of people on the deck on the way to Yokosuka port. I really appreciate they make it like a fun event. At 11 o'clock, they said the barbecue is ready, and it's been only 3 hours since breakfast, so I wasn't really hungry. But it seemed like once I applied for it, I have to do it, so I went for the barbecue. And there's a whole group of the people applied for the barbecue, and it was a fun experience to do barbecue on the ferry. I'm not sure if I did it by myself if I wasn't doing YouTube, but it was a good experience to try once at least. And in case you don't take the barbecue, you can also choose a lunch, which looks a little more choices. After a barbecue, let's do some exercise. I'm running and sometimes I go left and right. Time to time, they do have a planetarium or the movie playing. The movie was a Japanese movie, so maybe it's not dubbed in English. But a planetarium, you can just lie down and see the stars. Now you see Shikoku. It's about 3:30 p.m. and it turned around the south tip of Shikoku, Cape Ashizuri, and entering the channel between Shikoku Island and Kyushu Island. So now I have a reception of the phone and you see many more islands. Now we are sailing in front of Okinoshima Island of Kochi Prefecture. From here, ferry will change the direction to north and head to Kita Kyushu. I got the sketchbook of Tokyo Kyushu Ferry and bottle opener with nail cutter. Looks practical. So now it's around 4:30 p.m. and in 4 hours and 30 minutes, the ferry is going to arrive at Shin-Moji Port in Kita Kyushu City. And so far, it's been really good. This time I thought I'm gonna be on the ferry because ferry travel is getting very popular, but I haven't been on it. And as a person who are talking about Japan travel, I thought I should try once. And I chose this route from Yokosuka to Shin-Moji Port because this is probably the kind of easiest one for the first timer, and also it's leaving from Tokyo area. And there's another one going from the Ariake, which is much closer to Tokyo to Kyushu too, but that go via Shikoku, so it takes so much more time. Probably something you might want to take would be this one called Tokyo Kyushu Ferry. First really surprised was this room. It's a private room, but really clean and really like much better than a small business hotel room. And the great thing is it has a nice public bus right next to here. So it has a separate for men and women, So you can enjoy the sauna and a big indoor bath and also outdoor bath. So outdoor bath feels really good. You feel the air of the ocean and the hot water is very hot. You can also enjoy the sauna and cold shower, sauna. Cold shower, I saw some guys doing it. At first, it feels a little strange to be completely naked with other passengers on the ferry, but it's really fun. So in the restaurant, it's not a cruise ship, so the foods are not included. You have to purchase for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and they open 1 hour for each of them. So you might want to be careful not to miss it. And they have an announcement, but it's only in Japanese, and they don't do English announcement. And actually, there aren't many English signs on it, so it might be still not that popular among foreign tourists to do this ferry trip in Japan. So far, it's really good. Some negative points is it was very shaky last night when it was about to leave Tokyo Bay. It started to be shaky, and first I couldn't sleep for 2 hours or so. But I think I was closing my eyes and I don't know if I was sleeping or not. But in the morning, it was already settled and it was calm. So I ordered this medicine called anaeron niscap. Haven't experienced any ferry before. I didn't get any motion sickness or seasick. So I think it was working. So the ferry travel is good, but many routes are a little bit difficult to choose. Like Yokosuka, it's a little bit far away from the city center, or it also runs in nighttime, leave at night and arrive very early morning. These ferries are originally made for the cargo and truck drivers so they can sleep at night while they're moving locations, and from the morning they can start to work. But this kind of the ferries start to focus on the passengers too, and the room is used to be more basic, like we everyone sleep together, but now they have private room and it's getting more and more like a hotel-like. Something you might want to make sure to bring is a coffee drip bag, because they sell coffee at the dining place, but it's 300 yen for the 1 cup, and for someone drink lots of coffee like me, I think I should bring my own coffee thing, because in the private room you have a kettle, so electric kettle, so you can make hot water anytime. And I asked the store person if I can drink the water in the room, and they said it's okay to drink. It's for drinking water. Ferries is completely different from the long distance buses or something. Of course, speed wise, nothing can beat Shinkansen or airplane, but ferry is a good method to enjoy the ferry trip. This room is called State, and not the best room of the ferry. The most expensive room is Deluxe, and it has balcony and bathtub in the room. Another private room is Tourist S, and you have privacy and a small table, but no private shower, toilet, and window. But if you take Tourist S, I feel like Tourist A is less feeling claustrophobia as it's open to the aisle. It's even better if you are traveling with two. The price changes depending on the season. All you need is basic fare and room charge, depending on the room. If you use regular Tourist A, you only need the basic fare, so you can travel for 14,000 yen from Tokyo to Kita Kyushu in low season. The additional room charge is 6,000 yen for Tourist S and 32,000 yen for State. So my total charge was 40,000 yen plus 32,000 yen. It's about 300 US dollars now. It's expensive as I was by myself, but room charge is the same up to 4 people. So in case you stay with a couple or in a group, it might feel less expensive. But considering that you can move from Tokyo to Kyushu, just being in the clean, large room with its own shower, seeing the scenery, I thought it's worth it. Even if you take Tourist A, there are many places you can be. Restaurants, the relaxation room, forward salon, and many chairs and tables on the 4th and 5th floor. And of course, the outdoor bath and sauna too. You can make reservation from the official site in English. There are some other regular scheduled ferry routes that you can travel around Japan like this. The most easy route to take ferry is from Osaka area to Kyushu, which has similar routes. It's great because it mainly goes by quiet Seto Inland Sea between Honshu and Shikoku, so no worry of seasickness. But since it's a short distance, most routes leaves at night and arrive early morning, which you don't really have much time to enjoy the ferry voyage. Similar companies operate this route. Each of them has different port location, so you can see the balance between the location and fare and if it fits in your itinerary. Another route is Maizuru or Tsuruga in Kansai to Hokkaido's Otaru or Tomakomai, go through the Sea of Japan side. There is also a ferry going from Tokyo areas Owarai to Hokkaido, but the port is north of Night Airport and is a little bit far to get to from Tokyo city center. There are ferry route from Kagoshima, southern tip of Kyushu to Okinawa too. It is stopped by several islands like Amami and Yoron, so you can see the different islands and also you can get off at the small islands too. Now let's go to the last meal on this ferry, the dinner, before arriving Shin-Moji Port. The dinner menu has a tonkatsu, ramen, and sashimi, all the different kinds of foods from Kyushu. And why did I order hamburger? When I think anything is okay, I always tend to order the least thing I want to eat. But it was good. I started to see the land of Kyushu, and the ferry is almost arriving Shin-Moji Port. It's the end of the May and close to the summer solstice, so you can see the scenery until the last minute. They say the ferry is arriving 10 minutes earlier than the schedule, 9:50. So I like to make sure not to forget everything and I packed a little bit earlier so I can leave anytime. I'm not sure how long it takes after I arrive until I can actually get off, so let's see. The ferry arrives Shin-Moji Port in Kita Kyushu City in Fukuoka Prefecture. Fukuoka has two major cities, Fukuoka and Kita Kyushu City. A little confusing, the major station name of the Fukuoka is Hakata, and major station name of Kita Kyushu is Kokura. I see cars are waiting to be on this ferry, and I think that is the bus take us to Moji and Kokura station. And let's leave the room I stayed 21 hours. I kind of miss it, but I'll be back again.
線内にお残りの乗用車、大型トラック、オートバイにてご乗船のお客様、ただいまお車など駐車されました各車両後半へのご案内を行って乗客用ゲートはすでに閉鎖となります。下船遅れのございませぬようご準備を整えまして4階ロビーにてお待ちください。
Shin-Moji Port is located in the east edge of Kyushu Island, facing Honshu Island's Yamaguchi Prefecture. As soon as the ferry arrives at Shin-Moji Port, the passenger without a car was told to disembark and take the bus. Today I get off this free shuttle bus at Moji Station and take JR line to Moji Kou Station. And I'll be staying at the hotel there.
の下船を開始いたします。お忘れ物のございませぬよう4階案内車横下船ありがとうございます。どうもお客様の下船です。ありがとうございます。ご利用のお客様へご案内申し上げます。バスはただいまターミナル前バス停に到着しております。
In about 20 minutes, the bus arrived at Moji Station, and I was the only one getting off at the Moji Station, and the bus continued to Kokura Station. I arrived at JR Moji Station. From here, I take JR Kyushu train to Moji Ko Station, Moji Port Station, where my hotel is. They have a train going to Honshu Island, Shimonoseki, and there's one going to Moji Port. So I'll take this 927 Moji Ko one. The train to Moji Port is platform number 5. From here, there are 2 direction trains to Moji Port, and the one going across the tunnel and go to Yamaguchi side. We arrived at Moji Ko Station. JR Kyushu says. You can use IC card. It's a very retro modern station. Whoa. I see in front of the station Moji. Looks like in daytime there's a Starbucks here. Oh, it's very humid here and I feel like I came to a very different place. Now I arrived at JR Moji Ko Station in Kita Kyushu. Here I'd like to finish today's ferry video from Tokyo to Kyushu. In the next weekend video, I cross the Kanmon Channel and start my trip to Yamaguchi and Hiroshima. Thank you for watching. Have a great trip to Japan. Have a good week until the next video.